to stitch number 22. I can't believe it. We're getting so close to the 30 stitches we need for this blanket. I'm so excited. All right, so this stitch, as you can see, the square might look a little bit smaller, but there's a reason for this. When I block it, I want to stretch it out a little bit so you can see all the stitching a little bit better. So you are welcome to make this a little bit taller if you so desire. But yeah, so let's get to the multiples. This is worked in multiples of 3 plus 2. And then we're going to work 21 rows and then the bind off. The foundation row does not count. So that's foundation, 21 rows, bind off. Yeah, so I should probably actually show you the stitch here. So here's the front part. Ooh. And the back part. Ah, so exciting. Okay. Sorry. I'm having a little too much fun, I think. All right, so yeah, let's just start with this. We're going to begin from a foundation row. Now, if you don't know how to get here, there's a whole playlist for this. Look up here. There's a Tunisian 101 class, and I've also got a whole playlist you can watch from the beginning. I mean, and learn all 22 stitches with us, and you'll be able to get here. All right, since I assume most of you are now very familiar with the Tunisian simple stitch, I'm not going to super explain it. So we're just going to begin starting in the second vertical stitch with a row of Tunisian simple stitch. So remember that that's just insert your hook behind the front leg of the vertical stitch and cast on. All right, and we're almost there. Oh, I didn't even tell you, this is going to be a 3-row repeat. So we're going to start off with the first 4 rows, and then from then on you repeat rows 2 through 4. Okay, well, once you get to the end, you're going to work a regular return pass, and that's just yarn over, pull through 1, and then for the rest of the row, it is yarn over, pull through 2. All right, so we get to row number 2. Now this is where the multiples are going to really be key here, because we're going to be working a Tunisian simple stitch 3 together. So always skip the first vertical stitch. We already have it on the hook. So beginning with a yarn over, we're going to insert the hook behind the top leg of the first 3, I guess, or 4 technically. This is the second vertical stitch. So the first group of 3 vertical stitches, let's just call it that. There we go. So these 3. So it's just the top leg, yarn over, and pull that through the 3 stitches. We have to maintain stitch count, so in order to do that, we have to yarn over, and that'll give us the 3 stitches we just crocheted into. Now, we're going to do this in the remaining stitches of the row. So again, to maintain stitch count, we have to yarn over again. So you're going to have a double yarn over like that. And then you're going to insert your hook into the next 3 vertical stitches. And this is just Tunisian simple stitch, so it's just the top leg of the vertical stitch. And then you yarn over, pull through all 3 of those, and then yarn over again. To begin the next one, we yarn over, so it's yarn over, and then Tunisian simple stitch 3 together, yarn over, and pull up a loop. And then when you end, so once you get to this last stitch, you're going to yarn over once, and then you cast on into the final stitch of the row. And there we go. So you should have the same number of stitches that you chained on your hook by the time you finish this row. So did I forget? I totally forgot again. I don't know why I keep doing that. You're going to chain 29 stitches. So I told you it was the multiples of 3 plus 2. So chain 29 to make the 8-inch square or the 20 centimeter square, whichever you use. So let's get untangled here. I'm sorry, I totally spaced that. I was so excited thinking about how that's, stitch 22 out of all the ones we're working on. Yeah. All right, and then you're going to work a regular return pass. And the regular return pass is for all of your rows. So that's that. And while we're doing this, I didn't get to show you guys. Dylan gave me a watch. I know, you probably saw it in the last few videos. She wanted to be all matchy-matchy. Well, she likes to be all matchy-matchy. That's just kind of her thing. And she's really, really girly. And I don't do a lot of what she likes. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I can't do that much glitter. And yeah, so this was my compromise. So she gave me this watch, and she has another one also with the unicorns and the stuff. So yeah, hey, now I got a cool watch. I totally think I lost a stitch here. Hold on. yarn over. I totally did. Actually, no, maybe I didn't. Here, let's see. Let's just finish this row, and then if I did, we'll fix it together. Oh no, I didn't. Woohoo! Okay. So when you get to when you get to row number 3, again, we have to maintain stitch count. This is going to be a Tunisian simple stitch row, but this one's kind of different. So I think we've done this before in another stitch, but let's just kind of review it. So we have to crochet into the next 3 vertical stitches, which would be, here's the front leg of the second vertical stitch. So here's the back leg, the front leg. Here's the vertical stitch number 3 of the row, which is a full vertical stitch. So you can see here's the back leg, here's the front leg, and then stitch number 4, which you have the back leg and the front leg. Okay. So beginning on this first one, you're going to Tunisian simple stitch into that second vertical stitch. So just that little leg right there. Yarn over and pull up a loop. And then you're going to go to vertical stitch number 3. And this is that full vertical stitch that has the back leg here and the front leg. Insert your hook behind that front leg to Tunisian simple stitch. And then you're going to do a back loop Tunisian simple stitch using this leg right here. So insert your hook right there and pull up a loop. And see, now we have our 3 loops. And then you're going to repeat in each of these little groups. So you're going to Tunisian simple stitch into this vertical stitch, this one, and this one. So right there. And then into the top leg of this center vertical stitch. And then the back leg of the next vertical stitch. And there's another 3. And then repeat again. And then 3. And then you're going to cast on into this final stitch of the row. So remember not to cast on into this next vertical stitch right here, because it's going to throw off your count. Remember, it has to be the 3 plus 2. So here's the 1, and then 3, 3, 3, and then this last one is going to create the 2. And that way we maintain stitch count, because I did that a few times, and then I got further into my square because I was just distracted while I was crocheting the square, and then I ended up with like a trapezoid piece of fabric. That's not what we wanted. Anyway, so this is row number 3. So then we get to row number 4. Now row number 4 is just a row of Tunisian simple stitch. So beginning on this second vertical stitch, you just insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, and cast on, and repeat in every stitch of the row. So while we do that, Stephen, I got your email. Ich habe nicht jetzt die E-Mail gelesen, aber ich will heute danke schön für Schreiben, mein Liebes. Du bist wunderschön. Entschuldigen Sie, mein Deutsch ist nicht sehr gut. Ich habe in Zwischendeutsch vor, ich denke, 8 Jahre. So, ich habe viele vergessen. Entschuldigen Sie. So yes. Anyway, I went to Germany when I was in college because I did a study abroad in France, and I just traveled around, and I decided I was going to learn German because I wanted to go back and I wanted to be able to speak to people. And yeah, so I took a few classes in college back, oh God, I don't even know how many years ago. I graduated, I think in like 2012. I don't know. Anyway, it was many, many years ago. So I have forgotten a lot, sadly. So I'm going to have to study now that I have Stephen to practice with. So there we go. Anyway, so here's our work. This is through row 4. Now from here on out, you're just going to repeat rows 2 through 4. So until you have a total of 21 rows. So you just go back 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Once you get to row 21, you're going to end in a row 3 repeat. So you're not going to end in this row number 4. It's going to be row 3. So let's pull these stitches out. I don't want to lose them all. So here we go. And we'll just do that. And then you're going to work your bind off. So bind off is going to be, if you want to look at it as row, I don't know, 23, if you're counting the foundation row. Otherwise, once you complete row 21, you're going to begin the next row, which is the bind off, with just a Tunisian simple stitch. So once you've cast on a Tunisian simple stitch, you're going to end in a single crochet. So that's just yarn over and pull through 2. And then you repeat Tunisian simple stitch and then single crochet. So you start it, I should probably explain that better. You start it as a Tunisian simple stitch. So you just cast on this way and then you close the stitch as a single crochet. We use this a bunch. If you've been following, you've probably seen me do this gosh, I want to say in almost all of the stitches we worked on so far. So yes, this isn't exactly a new bind off. It's not going to give you an edge that is exactly the same as your foundation. I tried and I could not find a way to do it. This is as close as I could come. Sorry. It's similar, so yeah. I'll keep working on it. Eventually I'll find a way, I'm sure, but you know, I kind of wanted to get this out so we can continue our blanket and finish it because I'm excited for that. All right, so in the final stitch of the row, you're just going to single crochet and you're going to chain one. That's going to give you a small knot, cut your yarn, pull everything out, and then you're going to be left with your square. And there you go. And just a quick reminder, we're going back to our regular schedule of 1 stitch a week, but we are so close to those 30 stitches. I can see the end. It's exciting. Anyway, stop by the website if you want to shop for patterns and yarn and all kinds of cool things crochet. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys again in the next video.